But because of the positioning that Nongshim have showcased in the first 3 games in this series, I don't think it's going to happen as easily.
No, I mean, they've got so much control on their roster, right? They've got the World is My Board, they've got the Truth Mantras, they've got the Tremor Smash, as well as obviously Consort U's Ultimate, being able to just kind of like keep them in place for a while. But then on top of that, if they decide to like dive in onto Consort U, they have the physical immunity. But then you have the samurai himself, Mr. Ukyo Tachibana, who can just, you'll think you're safe, you'll just go over the wall, lock you into place, do so much damage, but then also get the HP regen on top of that. So there is a lot going for Nongshim here, picking out the Ukyo Tachibana. I'm very excited to see this pick finally come through for quite some time in a competitive series.
Yep, it is a debut pick here, and I believe it should go into the jungle, right? So Haku now in charge of this Ukyo pick, going up against BTR's Zankyu Dun. Slight difference in terms of the playstyle. So it's not really an assassin style this time from Zankyu, which is kind of fresh. In fact, it is Haku this time who takes that mantle.
Yeah, I mean, it's not completely like assassin style as well with Ukyo. I feel like he can be quite tanky and have quite a bit of sustain as long as you land his abilities right. But Zankyu might get caught out here level 1. He's got to be careful.
Yeah, it's not going to be a kill just yet, right? Yes, there is a huge amount of burst, but they need to make sure that Haku doesn't steal this cap away.
I mean, they haven't done a good job of that because he has.
Yeah, so Haku gets a good start, but okay, I like this response. BTR, they will be able to steal that away as well. And it goes into the hands of Zan, so that's a good start.
A very good start. Trying to get that experience lead so he can get all those abilities on the board as well, so he can make the most out of his second ability, trying to proc those stacks.
Oh.
But there we go.
Yep, Zan secures it for himself. Now, this is going to be a very interesting farm lane exchange here. As long as Zan doesn't get caught out, I think this should be a pretty simple lane. But here we go, one-on-one. Tao's not doing too well against Kyungs.
No, I mean, Kyung on this pick is something we've been frightful and scared of for the entire series, and not just the players being frightful, but we have been very excited to see this actually come through, and for it to come through on the 4th game, which is potential match point for Nongshim. And we're already seeing Tough struggling as a 1v1 against Kyung on the Dharma. It's scary.
Okay, Haku maybe getting caught out. Will be using the Unruly Blade. Zankyu, can he get the first blood? The lifesteal comes in as well. The flash committed, but they cannot get the kill. Haku, he makes it out. This is going to be huge if they can get the return kill. Taking liberties, put down first blood. Haku,
wow.
This is a huge start for Nongshim. They want to win the series, and this is the way to do it.
Yeah, that rotation couldn't have happened any more perfectly from Lianpo and the Dharma. So both of Faye and Kyung just really supporting Aku there, because I feel like if they were able to claim that first kill onto the side of BTR, it's a different story and a different pacing for Nongshim.
Yeah, and now the fact that they are leading 2-0, this is picture perfect for the KPJR region.
The JPKR region.
Yeah, I'm confused.
We got it. We got it. In the end, we got it. But yeah, it's really well played. I mean, you can see why this pick was going for, because he can just parkour over walls. Like, you think you've locked down Ukyo Tachibana? It's like, nah, mate, I've got double backflips. I've got some backup come through, as you can see here from Lianpo and the Dharma. So teammates playing very well.
Okay, they drop down the control, everything thrown onto the support. Faye will give his life at this point, but Siri is able to get a healthy amount of damage down onto Zen as well. Zen has to commit the flash. This could be the return fire, and Haku, everything is being funneled into him.
Yeah, I mean, they sacrificed Faye, but they were able to get something in vain as well. But Zankyu here may be in trouble as well.
Yep, I think he has to make sure that he does not get caught out here. He already is behind Haku in terms of EXP just by a little bit. And right now, you know, there's no steals to be happening on the camps.
No, yeah, all the camps have been taken. I mean, what we're getting into the close to the 4-minute mark, so we can see that those neutral objectives are going to pop up anytime soon. But I think it's a good job here from Zayn that has actually managed to keep Ziri locked down and leashed on this console.
I mean, that's the important marker, right? He needs to do that because they're already trailing by about close to 2,000 gold on the side of BTR. So Nongshim, very comfortable with what they have. BTR, they need to find an opening somewhere. Can they get extra gold from anywhere else in the map?
I mean, historically, it's never really been in the early game where they find that opening, right? Maybe at the neutral objective, maybe in the mid game where we saw them fight back at the T1 in the mid lane. But right now, we could be seeing a neutral objective going over here.
Nice catch. Faye is the bait though. They will get the kill, but it is going to be Nongshim that gets the kill test. And with that, Zankyu actually gets caught out. Can they get the kill? A lot of sustain coming out. Wind Slash not going to hit the mark on the back lines. Kyung9 has arrived from the clash lane, but there's not enough damage. And it is going to be Haku. If the shutdown happens, it's big. BTR Tufts this time. He gets the credit, and all the fame goes into his hands. The gold as well. Neil destroys Siri, and all of a sudden, BTR back in the game.
Yeah, back in the game is BTR, and I feel like that Fang, if given the time here, can take this T1 and may actually do it. Proc in the passive does a lot of damage, and Liam Poe is not going to be the one that you want to go head-to-head with there. He takes the T1, so great waves there made by BTR. Getting the neutral objective, getting some domination in those lanes. The Walk My Board is here.
Yep, Zankyu, I don't think he's gonna die from that, right? There's 4 men strong on the side of BTR there. They will just walk away scot-free, and a little bit more pressure this time. So all of the efforts that Nongshim have had, gone.
Yeah, the wind in their sail has definitely been knocked out here. They need to regain that confidence and regain that motion of the ocean, right?
Yeah, at this point, I think as long as Zen is able to get a couple of free hits onto the turrets with target sighted, I mean, Fang is the one hero you want if you are talking about taking objectives like the towers.
Yeah, that's what like in the draft I said, like if you let this hero, this little cute hero, have their way with the turrets, it's donezo. Like that's gone. You can blink and it's pretty much bye-bye to your T1s, your T2s.
Okay, but Nongshim, the wrestling back control, they have a little bit of a goal lead, about, what, 500 negligible? But map control, BTR doing well to control the map after taking that T1 on the bot.
Yeah, Tuff's playing very much more, a much better macro game in this one, I feel. He's definitely making his presence known on the Gorge, able to clear those minion waves into the bot lane, just trying to put more pressure and keeping Siri kind of locked in the box.
Yep, Zankyu taking quite a lot of damage as well. He is leading the EXP game. Haku is trailing by about half a level.
Half a level, but is that all you need? Half a level and a dream. They're at the Azure Golem of the enemy team. They're able to get it.
Oh, he will try to make it out, but Death at Sunset going to be committed as well. Haku running in circles. They want to bait them into the chessboard. Not going to happen at this point. Haku will survive, but the rest of the team hang on. Tufts falling low. Siri cannot finish the job. No more stuns. They need to back out. Winter this year is going to be put down as well. New. Now, there's a little bit more pressure coming in from BTR. If they can secure this mid T1, it's going to be good for them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely huge. I mean, they're able to clean up the mid lane very early. This could be the comeback of BTR. They're able to clean up all the T1s in the Gorge for themselves. So that's all they need to do, is just to keep applying this pressure with this not quite orthodox draft.
Yep, got a nice catch though to get the knockback. It is going to be Kyung9. He changes the whole game. He gets 3 in one box. And Zankyu left all alone as Tufts, he's nowhere near to be found. And this is a big moment. Nongshim regained the lead.
Yeah, all my boxing analogies in that draft is coming true because Kyung there just knocked the wind with that punch to BTR. That's a 4-1 trade in total. That is huge for Nongshim to come back here. And here's that replay just to watch that unfold. Suppression comes through very early, but there we see Haku come through. Kyung as well just lands on the corner of the wall of the Overlord, which is huge for the side of Nongshim coming back here.
This is why Faye is such a good role. He knew he had to give his life and burn out the usage of control from Psycho. Smart play there. And you know what? Hyung just obliged and said, "Thank you very much, my brother. I will win the game for you."
I feel like this is going to be your excuse when we play games together now and you're going to be roaming like, hey, I gave my life. I gave my life. You just didn't do anything with it.
Yep, exactly. Okay, nonetheless, at this point, BTR, they're trying to salvage something from across the map. They do have a little bit more map control, taking up 3 different turrets for themselves already, but they have not successfully converted into a huge advantage because they're still kind of trailing on gold as well.
Yeah, trading behind on gold. I mean, 3K is still very frightful at this point in the game. If it was like later on, sure, probably not, but the Tremor Smash doesn't hit on anybody. The Wind Slash CC immune from the Magma Slam was very well cancelled there by Faye.
Yep, and I don't think they want to over push the boundaries here. It's not welcome. Haku can try to get some poke damage in, but yeah, that was not a good situation to go in. So I like the patience that they have. Nongshim, they have a pretty decent lead. They need to keep at it.
Yeah, they just need to keep that pressure on, which we know historically from just this series alone, they do struggle with going into the late game. So they just make sure they're being very dominant with this pressure and just making sure that they don't slip up, because that's all it takes in Honor of Kings, right? Is just one slip up, and BTR know that they will punish their enemies if they do so.
Okay, they get the lockdown onto Faye, but he's so tanky on the backline again. Kyo, what a catch! The savior of Nongshim, and they might get wiped out. Zankyu 1v5. He's gonna try and tank. He's not gonna be able to do it. Blood Rage used. So what? Kyung, they want to give it to him. Hang on, hey, there's not enough damage here. Kyung 9 will have to deal with it. He wants to stop that TP. Zankyu, all you can do is run and watch as Nongshim decimate your T3 at the top.
Oh, that's got to be like a horrible motion to be in, right? He's like, oh, I want to go back. I need to go back. And he just got Kyung like, no, we're battering you. And it looks like it is going to be Nongshim taking out and rolling out the 3-1 once more for the side of Nongshim, actually taking top spot in their group.
Wow, wow, wow. JPKR region, Nongshim, I mean, this is a journey to be had. They top the group now of Group D, and they will be